She stands, choosing tea at the counter. Her fingers test 3 different oolong containers carefully. She puts 2 back without looking at their labels. You pretend to read the menu while watching her movements. She turns and catches you staring. She studies you for 3 full seconds exactly. Her expression shows neither smile nor irritation, just evaluation. Then she orders for both of you in rapid Mandarin. The shop owner laughs at something she said. You have no idea what just happened between them. She hands you tea and says, "Drink first." The tea tastes better than anything you've had before. She nods once, like she expected exactly that reaction. The second cup is for after, she explains. You don't understand what after means yet, but you will learn soon enough. Her full name includes an ancient family surname. She explains this on your 3rd date without lecturing. Her family name is 2,000 years old, she states. Yours sounds completely made up to her, she adds, matter-of-factly. You laugh at this observation immediately. She doesn't laugh because she's stating simple facts. She never says things to be polite or soft. She reports the truth as she observes it clearly. This becomes your first real lesson about her. Everything she says is precisely what she means. No hidden meanings or diplomatic cushioning exists in her vocabulary. You start adjusting your own communication style immediately. Her texts arrive in perfect, complete sentences always. She never sends a single emoji in any message. Every reply comes exactly 12 minutes after you text. You time this pattern once to verify it's real. 12 minutes exactly, every single time without exception. You ask about this very specific timing pattern. She says she's busy and answers when possible. You ask if 12 minutes is some kind of rule. She explains it's simply her designated lunch break duration. She's been texting you on a work schedule. You feel simultaneously seen and completely managed somehow. This precision extends to every aspect of her life. Her calendar operates in 15-minute increments without deviation. She arrives places exactly when she says she will, not 5 minutes early, not 2 minutes late. Her apartment contains absolutely no unnecessary clutter anywhere. One plant sits in the corner by the window. 3 pairs of shoes line the entrance in size order. A rice cooker costs more than your first car payment. She removes your shoes when you first enter. The slippers she hands you fit your feet perfectly. She bought them last week before you'd even visited. You never told her your exact shoe size measurement. She simply observed and calculated correctly, as usual. Her bathroom contains exactly 3 products on the counter. Her closet organizes clothes by color and season systematically. Even her refrigerator follows a precise organizational system completely. Vegetables on the left, proteins on the right, condiments arranged by height in the door exactly. Her mother calls every single evening at 7. These conversations last exactly 11 minutes without variation completely. She answers using a voice 1 full octave higher. The dialect she speaks is completely incomprehensible to you. Your name appears 3 times in the first week. You ask what her mother says about you specifically. Nothing important, she claims, while avoiding your direct gaze. You press the question again more insistently this time. Her mother wonders if you might be too tall. You didn't know too tall was even possible. It is apparently according to her mother's standards. Her mother also wonders if you eat enough vegetables. She wants to know if you understand family hierarchy. The calls become a daily performance you begin anticipating. Her voice changes completely when her mother calls. She becomes someone younger and more deferential instantly. Her father never calls but sends photographs instead. Today he sent a picture of a fish. Yesterday's photo showed soup he made from scratch completely. His garden appears in photos with no explanatory captions. She forwards every single photo to you without comment. You don't know what response these photos require. You save them all to a dedicated folder. This was apparently the exactly correct response to choose. Her father sends a photo of morning exercises. Another shows the newspaper folded in precise quarters. His lunch appears photographed from the same angle daily. You realize he's documenting his entire routine for you. This is how he communicates affection and inclusion. The photos become a silent conversation between you. She cooks 4 complete dishes for just 2 people. The whole fish still has its head attached. Green vegetables you've never seen before appear on plates. Rice smells like something entirely foreign and wonderful somehow. Soup contains mysterious floating ingredients you can't identify. She watches your first bite of each dish. Her expression shows evaluation, not nervousness about your reaction. You eat the fish cheek because she points. This produces her first real smile of the evening. You passed a test you didn't realize was happening. She explains each dish only after you finish eating. The vegetables are from her mother's garden specifically. The rice required a 3-hour soaking process beforehand. Soup ingredients were chosen to balance your constitution. She has diagnosed your dietary needs without asking. Her grandmother requires a full week of preparation warnings. Bring expensive fruit. She instructs you very seriously. Present it using both hands in the traditional manner. Accept tea even if you don't want any. Drink all of it without leaving drops remaining. Don't sit until her grandmother sits down first. Never speak until she directly addresses you with questions. You enter holding pears like they're explosive devices. Her grandmother looks at you and laughs immediately. She speaks in dialect while everyone else laughs. You look exactly like you're facing execution. Her grandmother pats the seat right next to her. You sit and realize you're adopted within 90 seconds. Her grandmother feeds you candied ginger by hand. She asks about your parents in broken English. You show photos and she nods approvingly at each. Her grandmother declares you have a good face. This verdict gets reported to the entire family. Her brother observes silently for 1 complete hour. He watches, evaluates, then finally decides about you. On your 3rd visit, he hands you a beer. This beer comes with no words or explanations. You understand this gesture represents a complete ceremony somehow. Her brother is an electrical engineer with precise habits. He arrives at family gatherings exactly on time. He never speaks until he has something important. His approval comes through actions, never through words. The beer means you have passed his evaluation. He starts including you in technical conversations. Afterward, he explains how the new subway system works. These explanations become your bonding ritual together completely. Her aunt manages the family group chat system. 47 people belong to this single chat group. Your name gets added without anyone asking permission. English and Chinese versions appear side by side. She posts photos of you eating dumplings messily. 46 reactions appear within exactly 11 minutes of posting. You can't interpret what any reactions actually mean. They're all positive reactions, she assures you calmly. Her aunt posts daily weather reports for everyone. She shares articles about proper nutrition and exercise. Every family milestone gets documented and shared immediately. Your birthday appears on the group calendar automatically. 23 relatives wish you happy birthday in 2 languages. You become part of the information ecosystem without effort. She reorganizes your kitchen on a random Tuesday. You discover this change when you return from work. Forks now live where spoons used to reside. 8 unfamiliar sauces now fill your cabinet space. Dried mushrooms sit on your counter, mysteriously appearing. Your kitchen was completely inefficient, she explains when asked. You agree because it's obviously true and embarrassing. She has labeled every spice in English and Chinese. Your can opener now lives in a logical drawer. Sharp knives have a proper wooden block suddenly. Everything has a designated place that makes perfect sense. You can find things faster than ever before. Your cooking improves immediately without any conscious effort. Small items start appearing throughout your apartment gradually. Her hairbrush appears on your bathroom counter one day. A phone charger takes residence by your bed. Preserved vegetables arrive with handwritten Chinese labels somehow. Her personal slippers claim space by your front door. A second rice cooker replaces your inferior model. She's moved in without either of you discussing it. You don't mention this obvious transition to her, neither does she bring up this major change. Her books start filling your empty bookshelf spaces. Tea varieties multiply in your kitchen cabinet daily. A small altar appears on your dresser unexpectedly. Fresh flowers get replaced every Thursday without discussion. Your apartment transforms into something you didn't know existed. The proposal happens exactly when she predicted it would. She told you in April, you'd propose in October. Her parents need advance planning time, she explained logically. The restaurant choice accommodates her grandmother's walking limitations completely. Ring specifications were researched and provided to you directly. The actual words remain your creative responsibility entirely. You propose exactly when and where she specified. She cries for precisely 4 seconds, then stops. Her mother was already waiting by her phone. The restaurant staff brings champagne they had prepared. Her father arrives within 20 minutes of your call. Her brother shows up with a camera for documentation. The entire evening was orchestrated before you understood. You realize she managed your proposal without controlling it. The engagement banquet features 8 courses and 16 tables. 200 relatives meet you in one overwhelming evening. Every single person hands you a red envelope. You must keep some and give others away. She manages the envelope system for your benefit. Toast order matters, and she guides you through. Bai Jiu, with her father and 3 uncles, happens. The evening's end disappears from your memory completely. Her father says you performed well the next morning. This represents his highest possible compliment to anyone ever. Her uncle gives you a jade pendant. Her second aunt insists you call her by name. Children you've never met call you uncle immediately. You become part of something vast and ancient. The banquet photographs show you surrounded by faces. Every face shows genuine happiness about your arrival. Wedding morning begins with tea ceremony at 6. You kneel on red cushions in proper position. Tea service goes to her parents first, then grandmother. Aunts and uncles receive tea in strict age order. Each person gives you gold jewelry and envelopes. Her grandmother's jade bracelet belonged to her own mother. She closes your hand around it without speaking. Everything communicates perfectly without any words being said. The ceremony lasts 2 hours with precise protocols. You serve tea to relatives you met once. Each elder offers blessings in dialect you understand, meaning transcends language in these ancient ritual moments. You are formally welcomed into a lineage. The weight of history settles on your shoulders. It feels heavier and more comfortable than expected. Monday after wedding begins your actual married life. She's awake at 6, making fresh congee. Your bowl waits on the counter with pickled vegetables. She's already eaten, answered emails, and called mother. You sit with congee and receive a kiss. Breakfast never felt this complete and perfect before. She leaves for work with your lunch prepared. You find a note in Chinese with translation. The note says, "Have a good day." Her handwriting is perfectly neat and controlled entirely. You save every note she ever leaves. They accumulate in a drawer by your bed. Daily affection expressed through practical care and attention. Your Mandarin attempts make her grandmother clap enthusiastically. Her father corrects your tones with grave seriousness. Her mother pretends incomprehension to make you try harder. Her brother's laugh finally comes in month 11 exactly. You waited 11 months without realizing you were waiting. Your pronunciation improves through constant, gentle correction from everyone. Her cousin teaches you drinking songs at gatherings. Her uncle explains calligraphy while you practice strokes. Language becomes the bridge to belonging completely. Here, every small improvement gets celebrated by the family. Your mistakes become endearing rather than embarrassing somehow. Progress happens in tiny increments that add up. She maintains detailed gift ledgers for every relative. Entries happen the same night gifts are received. Holiday consultation ensures proper reciprocal gift matching within parameters. You ask once if this system feels exhausting. She looks like you asked if breathing exhausts her. The ledgers date back 5 years before meeting you. Every birthday, wedding, and funeral is recorded meticulously. Gift values are noted to ensure appropriate reciprocation. She teaches you the complex mathematics of family obligation. Generosity must be balanced with propriety and tradition. You learn to calculate relationship through gift exchange. The system makes perfect sense once you understand it. Tuesday evening in your second marriage year arrives. She stands at your tea counter, choosing oolong. Her fingers test 3 containers exactly like before. 2 go back without examination of their labels. She turns and studies you for 3 seconds. Then she hands you tea and says, "Drink." The tea tastes perfect, exactly like you remember. She nods once, expecting exactly this same reaction. The second cup waits for after, she explains. You finally understand what after means now completely.